All right, got the fourth little Adventures in Zooland, and this one was at the San Diego Zoo. So I'm not sure what the San Diego Zoo's like now, but when I was a kid, there was this part where like you're kind of like on this big main pathway, and then like you could go on this other kind of big pathway, but it wasn't the main one that kind of like went up a hill and then came back down. And that place was cool because it like had a bunch of different big cats, not like the tigers and the lions, but like clouded leopards and jaguars and all kinds of things. And anyway, one of the jaguars they had was a black jaguar, and when I was a little kid, the black panther was always my favorite animal. And even now, it's way at the top. Black's my favorite color, so I still think it's one of the most beautiful animals. I just like tigers better because they're bigger and stronger, but yeah, that used to be one of my favorite places to go. And one day, I can't remember if it was my dad, my brother, and my sister and I, or if it was just my dad and brother and I. I definitely remember my brother being there because we talk about this story every now and then. But like the enclosure with the jaguars, it was pretty good size. The San Diego Zoo was a whole lot better than normal zoos. They gave their animals a lot more space, and their habitat actually looked like a habitat. It had like all kinds of vegetation and different elevations and rocks, and like it was actually like looked like a fun place to be if you're an animal instead of being trapped in a little cage pacing back and forth, which was really common back in the day. Like I remember like going to the Denver Zoo when I was little, and these animals had like little joke cages, and that just didn't look fun. It's like they were in jail or something. Whereas San Diego Zoo actually tried to make it nice for the animals. It wasn't like the wild animal park where they got tons of territory and space, but they did get decent amounts. So it was a lot better. And in the jaguar enclosure, towards the front like corner, like if you were facing, it'd be like the left corner, but if like you were facing from the back wall and the jaguar's perspective coming out of the holding pen, it would be like the far right corner. There was like kind of like this rock thing that like was hollowed out, so it was kind of like a mini cave. So it was a nice shady dark place, but it was shallow enough you could still see like the black jaguar kind of blended in, but you could still see it was in there. And it used to like to be in there a lot because it's probably a cool place. It felt a little more hidden and whatnot. And so it was there this day, and there were a lot of people there, and some people started taking pictures and stuff. And I guess the flash made it really angry because I've gone to this zoo like so many times, and the jaguars, they were always real chill and just tappy and cruising. But this time he just freaked out and rushed the fence, and it was so funny because like all the people taking pictures and stuff just flew back instinctually because they saw like this dangerous deadly creature just rushing them with all this power. And it was really cool looking. It was this happened before the tiger incident, so it was really awe-inspiring and impressive at the time. And obviously that jaguar could rip a guy like me to shreds, but it wasn't to the same extent as the tiger. The tiger was just insane, like, man. But either way, it's cool seeing these big predatory cats display some of their power. So that's another cool story from back in the day when I was going to the zoo all the time.